Imagine one day deciding to leave everything behind. You pack your car, tell no one where you're going, and then, as night falls, you vanish without a trace. This isn't a scene from a movie. This is the real life story of Maura Murray, a 21-year-old nursing student with a promising future ahead of her. On February 9, 2004, Maura's car was found crashed on a rural road in New Hampshire, but Maura was nowhere to be found. From a happy childhood in Hanson, Massachusetts, to her days as a bright student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, Maura was known for her shy yet vibrant personality and her love of the outdoors. But beneath the surface, Maura's life was more complicated than it appeared. Before her disappearance, Maura had encountered several personal challenges, including trouble at school and a recent car accident involving her father's vehicle. These incidents paint a picture of a young woman possibly at a crossroads in her life. What could possibly lead a young nursing student to disappear without a trace? Maura Murray was born on May 4, 1982, in Hanson, Massachusetts, to a large, tight knit family. Growing up, Maura was an accomplished athlete, shining in both track and cross country during her high school years at Whitman Hanson Regional High School. Her prowess on the track was not just a testament to her physical abilities, but also her disciplined, determined nature, traits that were equally evident in her academic life. She was a top student, known for her intelligence and dedication. After high school, Maura chose to attend the United States Military Academy at West Point, a decision that reflected her ambitious and disciplined character. At West Point, she was initially part of the engineering program, an intensely challenging environment that tests both physical endurance and mental fortitude. However, after a few semesters, Maura transferred to the University of Massachusetts Amherst, where she switched her focus to a nursing degree driven by a desire to care for and help others. Those who knew Maura describe her as a complex individual, quiet and reserved in large groups, yet vibrant and engaging in more intimate settings. She possessed a dry sense of humor and a thoughtful nature, often going out of her way to listen to or help out friends. Despite these outward appearances of normalcy, those close to Maura sensed undercurrents of restlessness and depth that suggested she was grappling with issues beyond the usual college student stresses. In the months leading up to her disappearance, Maura's behavior began to show subtle signs of change. She became more withdrawn, her academic performance showed slight but noticeable declines, and she seemed increasingly burdened by an indiscernible weight. While many speculated about the possible pressures she faced from the challenging nursing program to personal relationships, only Maura knew the true breadth of her struggles. This background sets the stage for the mysterious events leading to her disappearance, painting a picture of a young woman admired for her resilience yet quietly wrestling with her inner turmoil. On February 9, 2004, a series of events unfolded that would lead to Maura Murray's perplexing disappearance, sparking years of speculation and mystery. The day began ordinarily enough for a college student nearing the midpoint of the semester, but by the end, Maura would vanish into the cold New Hampshire night, leaving behind a trail of questions that persist to this day. Morning early preparations. Maura's day began at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, where she was seen on her computer in the early morning hours. Records show that she searched for directions to the Berkshires and Burlington, Vermont on MapQuest, a popular navigation site at the time. This was the first indication that Maura was planning to travel, though her intended destination remains unclear. Afternoon, a sudden departure. At approximately 1 p.m., Maura emailed her professors and work supervisors, informing them she would be taking a week off due to a family emergency, a claim later found to be untrue. This email marked the beginning of her puzzling actions that day. By 2 p.m., she had left campus, driving her black 1996 Saturn sedan. Late afternoon, the journey begins. Bank records indicate that Maura withdrew $280 from an ATM around 3:30 p.m. CCTV footage showed her alone at the time. Shortly afterward, she stopped at a nearby liquor store where she purchased about $40 worth of alcoholic beverages, again seen alone on security footage. Evening the accident. By 7 p.m., Maura had reached the rural roads of Haverhill, New Hampshire. At approximately 7:27 p.m., a local resident reported hearing a loud thump outside. Upon investigating, they discovered Maura's car, which had crashed into a snowbank along Route 112. Another local resident approached Maura, who declined assistance, claiming she had already called roadside assistance. 7:45 p.m. The disappearance. A passing bus driver stopped to assist at 7:45 p.m., offering to call for help. Maura again declined, asking him not to call the police and indicating she had already called a claim that was later disproved as there was no cellular reception in that area. The bus driver, feeling uneasy about her situation, decided to call the police anyway upon returning home. 7:54 p.m. Police arrival. When the police arrived at the scene at 7:54 p.m., Maura was nowhere to be found. Her car was locked and there were few signs of her immediate whereabouts. Despite the quick response time, Maura had vanished, leaving behind her belongings, including her wallet, mobile phone, and the purchased alcohol. Post disappearance immediate action. Search efforts began that night and intensified over the following days, involving local and state police, as well as numerous volunteers. The mysterious circumstances of her disappearance, her preparations, the seemingly abrupt decision to leave school, the crash, and her subsequent vanishing have fueled endless theories and debates. Was Maura fleeing from personal troubles, or was she heading towards a new life? The answers remain as elusive as Maura herself, lost in the snowy shadows of Route 112. The crash site of Maura Murray's disappearance played a pivotal role in the unfolding investigation and has been the subject of intense scrutiny over the years. Situated on a sharp curve on Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire, the location was remote and sparsely populated, shrouded in the darkness of a cold winter evening. Examination of the accident scene. When authorities arrived at the scene, they found Maura's black Saturn sedan facing westward in the eastbound lane, its front end severely damaged from the impact with a tree. The car's windshield was cracked and both airbags had deployed. Despite the harsh weather conditions, there were no skid marks on the road, suggesting that Maura might have lost control suddenly or been unable to maneuver properly on the icy road. Inside the vehicle, police discovered a puzzling array of items: Maura's debit and credit cards, her driver's license, her favorite stuffed animal, and a nearly packed suitcase. Most notably, there was a printed email to her boyfriend indicating personal distress and a troubling set of directions to Burlington, Vermont. Alongside these items were the recently purchased bottles of alcohol, some of which were outside the car, suggesting they may have been retrieved from the vehicle after the crash. Initial police response. The initial police response was swift but hampered by the remote location and the rapidly falling temperatures. The lack of immediate leads and physical evidence of Maura's direction after exiting the car complicated the search efforts. The police treated the area as a potential crime scene but also considered the possibility that Maura had intended to disappear, given her preparations and the mysterious circumstances leading up to the crash. Witness statements. Witness accounts were few but crucial. The first was from a local resident who reported the accident after hearing a loud thump outside their home. This witness did not see Maura but noticed the car's hazard lights and called the police. The second witness, the bus driver who encountered Maura shortly after the crash, noted that she appeared unharmed but shaken, insisting she had already called for help. He described her as calm but adamant about not needing police assistance, raising questions about her state of mind and intentions. The last sighting by this witness was of Maura by her car, and within minutes of his departure, she vanished. No other witnesses reported seeing Maura after this point, and despite the bus driver's immediate call for police help, she was gone by the time they arrived. Following up on leads, the police initiated a search within the hour, canvassing the area and deploying scent tracking dogs. The dogs managed to trace Maura's scent only a short distance from the car, leading to the middle of the road before losing the trail entirely. This abrupt end to the scent suggested that Maura may have either been picked up by a passing vehicle or ventured off into the woods, yet extensive searches of the surrounding areas yielded no further clues. The mystery of the crash site remains a key element in the ongoing debate and investigation into Maura Murray's disappearance. The combination of limited physical evidence, the brief interactions with witnesses, and the subsequent immediate disappearance created a complex puzzle that has challenged investigators and intrigued the public for years. The disappearance of Maura Murray has been a source of enduring mystery and has given rise to numerous theories, each attempting to make sense of the scant clues and her sudden vanishing. These theories range from planned disappearance to foul play, with numerous potential sightings adding layers of complexity to the ongoing investigation. Theory 1: Planned escape. One of the most persistent theories is that Maura planned her disappearance. Proponents of this theory point to her actions in the days leading up to her disappearance, searching for directions to a remote area, withdrawing a significant amount of money, and emailing her professors and employer indicating she would be away due to a family emergency, which was later found to be false. This preparation, coupled with her packing a number of personal items and not telling anyone her actual destination, suggests a desire to start anew or escape personal issues. Theory 2: Victim of foul play. Another prevalent theory is that Maura fell victim to foul play after her car accident. Supporters of this theory argue that Maura's disappearance from such a remote location in a very short time frame suggests that she might have accepted a ride from a passerby who then harmed her. This theory is bolstered by the fact that Maura vanished between the time the bus driver left and the police arrived, approximately a 7-minute window. Theory 3: Spontaneous decision gone wrong. Some believe that Maura might have been emotionally overwhelmed and made a spontaneous decision to get away for a few days without intending to permanently disappear. They suggest that after crashing her car, she may have decided to avoid police involvement, fearing legal repercussions from driving possibly under the influence. Lost in the woods or attempting to navigate the rural area in harsh winter conditions, she could have succumbed to the elements. Theory 4: A new life. A more controversial theory is that Maura successfully escaped her former life and started anew somewhere else. Those who subscribe to this theory often cite sightings of women resembling Maura across the United States and even in Canada, though none of these sightings have been substantiated. They also point to her nursing studies and suggest that she could have used her skills to assume a new identity. Potential sightings and subsequent investigations. Over the years, there have been numerous reported sightings of Maura, none of which have been confirmed. Each sighting has spurred waves of speculation and prompted renewed interest and investigation, keeping the case in the public eye. Authorities have followed up on many leads, searching wooded areas, digging up areas where cadaver dogs have indicated, and interviewing numerous individuals who claim to have seen Maura or know her whereabouts. As we explore these theories, it's crucial to consider the implications of each and the evidence or lack thereof that supports them. What theory do you find most plausible? Could Maura still be alive, having successfully started over, or did something more sinister befall her on that cold February night? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below as we continue to seek answers in one of the most perplexing disappearance cases of the 21st century. The disappearance of Maura Murray has left an indelible mark not only on her family but also on the broader landscape of media and the true crime community. Maura's family, particularly her father, has been at the forefront of efforts to find her, grappling with the anguish and uncertainty that comes with a missing loved one. They have tirelessly advocated for her case, organizing searches and maintaining a public presence in the media to ensure that Maura is not forgotten. Media coverage. The media have played a crucial role in Maura's case, with numerous television shows, podcasts, and books dedicated to unraveling the mystery of her disappearance. Each new media piece rekindles interest in the case, brings forward new theories, and sometimes even new witnesses. This extensive coverage has not only kept the case alive in public memory, but has also helped to evolve the field of investigative journalism within the true crime genre. Influence on the true crime community. Maura's case has become a cornerstone discussion in the true crime community. It has sparked debates, theories, and an outpouring of digital sleuthing, with amateur detectives and professionals alike delving into every detail. Online forums and social media groups dedicated to Maura's disappearance are vibrant with discussions, sharing of information, and coordination of efforts to find new leads. The case has also influenced how missing persons cases are handled in the media and online, highlighting the potential of internet communities to aid in law enforcement efforts while also raising ethical considerations about privacy and speculation. As we reach the end of our exploration into the mysterious disappearance of Maura Murray, it's clear that this case is far from closed. Despite the passage of years, the intrigue surrounding her fate continues to captivate and haunt those who seek answers. Recent developments, such as new forensic technologies and renewed investigative efforts, offer a glimmer of hope that one day the truth may emerge. The enduring mystery of Maura Murray serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the persistence of hope. It challenges us to think critically, question incessantly, and never forget those who have disappeared. Now I turn to you, viewers. What are your thoughts on Maura Murray's disappearance? Do you have a theory that could help illuminate this enduring mystery? Share your insights and theories in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into unsolved mysteries. Together, we can keep this search alive and perhaps one day bring closure to the case of Maura Murray.